Warning, there are about to be a lot of flashing lights on the screen, and this can be a problem for some folks. I know very little about this topic, but what I do know is that if you want to skip these flashing lights, you can pause now and skip to the timestamp currently on the screen. Oh, 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 whoa, yeah, the intro? Oh, jeez, Warner Brother, dude. Music getting louder? No, stop, quit it. Somebody shut off, please. Not now. Just, oh my god, go to the in-game footage. I'm not ready for this. Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 21 of the OSRS Road to 100 mil mobile only. Hoping for at least 2 golden nuggets here. Dude, beautiful. Because if it was only one, I would have had to restart the intro on the next run. Real quick, let me grab the rest of these ores. This is enough golden nuggets for 3 out of 4 pieces. Look at that, 120 golden nuggies. You need 180 to finish up the set. I will not be buying the Prospector Top quite yet. 60 nuggets is not too far away, but I would like to move on to something else. Motherlode mine, really not that bad in terms of mining compared to like, I just remember as a kid how hard it was to get to like the mining guild because I was just mining like single coal rocks, dude. I don't know how to explain how painful that is to think about. Mining's really not too shabby when you're at the Motherlode mine, but I'm done with it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and check out the ores that I got, though. It adds up decently well for a bit of a moneymaker. Honestly, not that great cash per hour, but I got a really low mining level in general, or, you know, pretty low mining level. I'm not rocking that top floor yet, so just 548k, just kind of added up here, and not even totally done with a bit of mining grind. It's kind of a nice added bonus cash, I guess. With more nuggets to go, I'll be back here later. Alright, I'm going to sell off these ores and use the money to train a little bit of Herblore. You can profit while doing Herblore, but it's really just through the power of cleaning herbs or making unfinished potions, which the unfinished potions aren't really good for XP, so I mean, we can start with a little bit of herb cleaning, I guess. Cleaning herbs normally, like with a mouse, is terrible. They did add multiple ways that cleaning herbs is a little bit better. You don't have to click on each individual herb anymore, or tap on it in this case. There is an auto cleaning like there used to be in Chambers of Xeric, or there still is in Chambers of Xeric. If you just tap one herb, it will auto clean the rest of them at a slower pace. I really like the idea of that kind of mechanic in general for like enchanting jewelry, for instance, cleaning herbs. You can just use one of the thing and like the whole inventory will happen automatically and it'll be slow, or you can manually do a whole inventory, make it a lot faster. You get both options. I do kind of like that. I don't really like the idea of cleaning herbs for a ton of Herblore XP, so I'll clean a handful of extra herbs here for the spirit of getting some profit out of it for Herblore. But realistically, I need 52 Herblore, boostable 52, so I could stop a little bit shorter, but 52 Herblore for Grim Tales, which I'm going to want to do for the Falador Hard Diaries. And if I got to spend a little bit of cash just to get that done, it's really not that big of a deal. So I'm going to sell off the herbs that I cleaned for the slight profit and just buy some unfinished potions and secondaries for them. We're going with some energy potions here because they're going to be super cheap and it's not going to take that long overall, and it kind of keeps the theme with the Hurlandars that I just cleaned off. Instead of making my own unfinished potions, though, I am going to skip the step by buying them. A little bit more cash, but the faster I get out of here, the faster we can move on to different moneymakers. In general, that is the way to go when it comes to making money, is you don't necessarily have to profit with every little thing that you do. Sometimes you might be spending some cash to go level up or make some unlocks that'll then make better money later. So we're losing a little bit of money with Herblore. This is my last inventory of potions at the moment. As you can see, I'm getting close to 48 Herblore. It was 52 Herblore that I need to go to. I didn't specifically figure out how many potions I needed and buy all those. I just bought like 1,000 potions and went with it. Pretty good Herblore gains for now. It's very quick to get Herblore gains once you have the money for it, or as an Iron Man, I guess, once you have the herbs for it. Once you're actually training Herblore, it goes by quickly, which is kind of nice. I will be back for another 5 Herblore levels in the near future. Another level that I'm going to need for Grim Tales is 71 Woodcutting. Boostable with the Dragon Axe would be 68 Woodcutting. Still a lot higher level than I have currently. About to land at 60 Woodcutting while doing this, which unlocks the Woodcutting Guild and yew trees. Not that I plan on chopping a lot of yew trees, excuse me, but I remember as a kid when our first friend got to 60 Woodcutting, our homie Connor. It was the highest level any of us had. He made it to 60, and he can now cut down yew trees. It was some of the most incredible shit I've ever seen. Turns out yew trees, not necessarily the call. So I'll be headed to the Woodcutting Guild. We'll be living some AFK life on... Really, the maples right outside the deposit box are kind of nice at 60, but Maybe right at 60, the willows be a little better too. About to land on 65 woodcutting. It is 68 woodcutting that I need, 71 specifically, but 68 with the boost. So still gonna be 3 levels off here. I can now chop the Solaceps on Fossil Island. Bone Voyage is the quest to get there. I don't plan on going to the Solaceps. I just stopped at 65 for now because I'm moving on to other things. I'll have a clip with 68 woodcutting coming in hot soon, but it's been a lot of woodcutting in a row. It's been really slow woodcutting. This took me far longer just to get up to 65 woodcutting than it needed to. Not because woodcutting's super slow, I just didn't do enough of it. Another requirement for the Falador Hard Diaries is going to be 56 rune crafting, so I just knocked out the Eyes of Glow Free quest. I don't know exactly how to say Glory. How do you say this elf's name? But or this elf. And then I called them an elf. It's not an elf. It's a gnome. 30 rune crafting coming in hot. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, but at least I got some rune crafting levels out of that. I'm really not looking forward to rune crafting on mobile. I made a ton of money during my original road to 100 mil. A ton's maybe not the word, but a very large chunk of that cash came out of rune crafting life. I did a lot of different rune crafting stuffs. When it comes to skilling money makers, rune crafting is very solid. I only have good things to say about it when it comes to money making on it, but I'm not really looking forward to training it. Into the Abyss, about to be completed. That way I have access to the Abyss, plus another 1,000 runecrafting XP. But I'm immediately going to take my Abyss access over to the Abyss and try to get some better runecrafting pouches. 31 runecrafting coming in hot. Alright, I guess we're moving over to the chair for the day after that debacle on the couch. Honestly, going to have PTSD on any of those couch scenes from now on. It's almost Christmas, huh? This episode's going to come out a few days before Christmas. This is basically the Christmas special. I have nothing planned for the Christmas special. Could we at least, like, somebody put a Santa hat on me, maybe? We go for the, yeah. There we go. No, please take the Santa hat back off of me. Honestly, I don't really like it. Kind of terrible, not gonna lie. I take it all back. I got nothing planned for the Christmas special. Christmas will be on a Saturday this year, which does mean that it's normally the night we'll have a mass and a giveaway, so we can go a little bit harder on the giveaway on Saturday night. But that's just me advertising for the Twitch channels. So, what about mobile gains? We could do the Christmas event on the OSRS mobile account, but I just made a video about it. It's probably coming out the day before this video, and I don't see exactly how I'm going to make any more money on this road to 100 mil if I go do the Christmas event. So, Grinch over here with no holiday spirit. I'm just, alright, more like the Scrooge, really, I guess. I'm trying to make some cash. Oh, you guys like my gray outfit, huh? Recently got sponsored by Nike, actually. I didn't. I take that back. I'm not sponsored by Nike. Not sponsored at all, actually. I just realized I haven't done any Cannonballs in this episode. All my AFK life has been woodcutting. God, I'm just not the same when I'm not doing Cannonballs, dude. Sponsored by Cannonballs? What about gains in this episode? Yeah, I talked about theoretically we could do the Christmas event, and then I'm not doing it. I've just been working on these Falador Hard Diaries slowly but surely. There's just a handful of requirements that were a bit lengthy, so kind of wanted to get some mole KC. But then when I go to do mole, I really don't have the best setup to KO mole, so I'm thinking about things like Fire Cape and Barrow's Gloves too, and honestly, I mean, what's the timestamp in this video? Oh my god, we're already
8 minutes and 36 seconds
into the video? Honestly, we should just go back to some in-game gains. There is a large pouch on the ground. Beautiful. As you can see, I did already get the medium pouch drop. And then the small pouch was a reward from Into the Abyss. So I have small, medium, and large. I won't be able to use this large pouch until 50 rune crafting, but I will hit 50 rune crafting on the way to 56. So eventually I'll be able to add it to the repertoire. I'm going to head to the Grand Exchange and set up for rune crafting life. So what I did next was not 100% necessary, but just to visualize how the rune crafting went a little bit better. I made sure to sell off all of the runes that I currently had first. I used that money to buy a little bit of Pure Essence, but Pure Essence is so cheap that if I just sold off all my runes and bought as much Pure Essence as I could with it, I would be there forever. So I just dropped 5k Pure Essence real quick, and then got some Law runes, some Astral runes. Turns out I'll come back for some more Stamina potions and some Mind runes to help bank at the ZMI, but I took all of this stuff and made my way to the ZMI to get some rune crafting XP in. Baba Yaga, please! She now gives me the teleport to the Arunia altar, or around, however you say it, the ZMI. Beautiful. I should hop worlds to the actual ZMI world on my way in here, but I'm going to knock out 5k Pure Essence here. This is not going to get me to the 56 rune crafting that I need. Is it 327 is the world you got to go to? Hold on a minute. 3. Look, I am almost in the right world. All right, you all know how runecrafting works. I'm going to grab a bunch of essence, be filling up the pouches, bank, repeat. There's a few different ways to go about this. I can fill the pouches from the bank with kind of either a long tap or going to one tap mode. One tap mode also messes with, like, when you tap on the altar, it's not a big deal, but like tap the altar, then actually tap to runecraft. So switching from one tap mode back to two tap mode with that little button on the mid left part of the screen. That's probably the strategy I'll be using, just switching to one tap mode when I need it. One tap mode meaning your taps are automatically like right clicks, excuse me, or long taps. It makes it a little bit faster to fill and empty the pouches, but I only got 2 pouches anyway, so just holding for a long tap real quick to fill and empty. I do not mind. I don't know. The strategy exactly, so that's what I'm getting at. Is the tap on the runecrafting altar requiring a second tap is going to mess with me. I'll be getting used to this, dude. I'm just finding the best ways that I can to complain about the upcoming runecrafting grind. A little bit of a woodcutting interjection real quick. 68 woodcutting. I told you we'd be coming back for that clip. Woodcutting has just been my AFK life for this episode, so guess I'm done with that now. This is purely for Grim Tales. I gotta say, 71 woodcutting for Grim Tales, which is just like a medium length, medium difficulty quest, it's a bit high of a requirement, but at least woodcutting is so easy to train. Alright, so I did knock out those 5k pure essence at ZMI. That's not like a ton of pure essence to go through, 5,000 of it, but it did get me up to 43 runecrafting. Let's take all these runes out and get a price check on it. I didn't necessarily price check all the stuff that I bought at first, but pure essence would only be 10k for 5,000 of it, and 544k back. I think I spent a couple 100k on the staminas, and then didn't even use half of them, so I still have a bunch of staminas and stuff left over. Sitting at 47 runecrafting, gotta get up to 56 means I have a lot of runecrafting left, but I was not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I think it helps when you're still early level runecrafting and the levels aren't that slow necessarily, but ZMI is really not too bad. Getting back there for 56 runecrafting won't be a nightmare, but for now, I'm done with runecrafting. Just like with Herblore, we got a chunk of it out of the way. I'll come back and get those levels. I just got a handful of skills that I have to get up if I want to do the Falador Hard Diaries, which I do, so we're just jumping around on those. I think it was in the last episode that I worked on 60 prayer at least. I do need to go up to 70, so I'm going to buy a bunch more and sold demon heads and head back over to the Dark Altar, get some more prayer training in. Prayer is very quick and really not that expensive anymore. It's still not cheap necessarily, but just buying your way up to 70 prayer is not that much money and very worth it. This is going to be the final and sold head for 70 prayer, which does mean that I'm pretty much going to unlock piety. I do still need to do the quest for piety, King's Ransom or whatever it ends up being. You don't actually need piety for the Falador Hard Diaries, though. You just need 70 prayer to be able to change your family crest to Saradomin up at the White Knight's castle. So it's not piety that I was trying to unlock right now, but I want to fight the mole when I get the Falador Hard Diaries, and I really don't plan on fighting the mole without piety if I'm just sitting at 70 prayer. So I'll end up doing King's Ransom kind of soon to unlock that prayer, but stats are looking decent right now. That was also 1,500 total level with that 70 prayer, so overall the stats are actually looking kind of clean. We need more gains. This isn't a road to any sort of specific stats, I guess. This isn't road to max life at all, my god. But the higher the stats are, the easier it is going to be to make money, so stats are looking kind of fresh. Alright, I made my way back to the Motherlode mine life, as you can see. I still need those 60 nuggets and 1 piece of gear. This is the clip that I'm going to start wrapping up the episode on, though, everybody. So we'll start next episode with finishing up Motherlode Mine Life and then wrapping up a few other steps that we need for working on these Falador Hard Diaries. I'm going to need 72 Slayer for the Falador Hard Diaries, or 67 with a Wild Pie should work, because I just have to kill a Skeletal Wyvern. So there might be a lot of Slayer in the next episode, and Slayer's not too bad for a moneymaker once you get to, like, 70 plus, really. I'm at 60 right now, which means I could fight a Baron Spectres. Those really aren't too bad. There's a lot of Erd drops there. There's decent money-making potential from my current Slayer level, but it won't be a ton of cash made in the next episode necessarily. The next big lump sum of cash will be after we complete these Falador Hard Diaries, but we're making decent progress on that. This is going to be where I wrap up this episode, though, everybody. I really do hope you enjoyed episode 21 of the OSRS Road to 100 Mil Mobile Only. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I do stream on Twitch, not necessarily the mobile content, but often most of my AFK gains are done while I'm streaming on Twitch. So if you're interested in that, the link should be on the screen and in the description. I am also on Twitter and have a Discord, which should be linked in the description. Thank you very much for watching episode 21 of the OSRS Road to 100 Mil Mobile Only, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. We opened the video, waking my ass up with the lights. Bit of a epilepsy warning too. I guess we could shut the video out with like going back to sleep. Alright, hopefully this time I can go to sleep without being abruptly woken up with the intro to episode 22. You know, I've been thinking about doing sleep streams too, not gonna lie. Just stream for like 8 days straight. Just anytime I need to sleep, here's the setup. Alright, log my ass out. Put my ass to sleep.